Thank you very much, Professor Brunet. This was a fascinating talk. We are all African, and all migrants out of Africa fits well to a lot of concerns of the Vatican and many more. A tree that grows. Lots more insights coming. Thank you again. Colleagues, we have time for a bit of discussion, questions and answers. We are an academy. We like to disagree with each other, of course, based on evidence. Also this academy lives on the basis of cooperative conflicts. Don't hesitate to disagree with each other in fair and friendly ways. The floor is open to any questions and comments. Please, break the ice if it exists. Questions? It was a very clear presentation, Professor Brunet, but please, Madame Simon.
So everybody agrees?
No, there is a question. Sorry. Please go ahead. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Microphone, please.
You need to press the button. Once. And wait.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was interested by your talk, Michel, and I have two questions. First, on the Australopithecines from Bahrel Ghazali. And do you think is it an Australopithecine per se, or could it be something more advanced? And it would be very interesting because I always thought that the flatness of the front part of the jaw was something which didn't look like, or the structure didn't look like Australopithecines. So are you 100% sure it's an Australopithecine? And could you comment on that? And my other question is on the environment. Oh.
Yeah, thank you. So, it's a good question. There is some, I think that there is some trouble at this time with the flat face. And the trouble are coming from the problem of systematic. The holotype of Kenyanthropus platyops is a cranium that our friend and colleague, Professor Tim White, from University of California in Berkeley, called EMD, expanding matrix deformation. So, this trouble is not solved, at my knowledge, for the moment. Is it necessary to try to solve this now? I'm not sure. It shall be better to wait that they get new material. But of course you are right. It's possible to answer. But as you know, if you give an answer now, it shall be the beginning of new trouble. I'm not sure that we need more trouble. We have already enough. But if you think that I am wrong, it's okay. Go on. I don't want for mine. My answer is okay for you? No? Oui. The next one.
On the environment, you had a question. Go ahead. Please.
There's another question on the environment. Maybe I misunderstood you, but did you say there were 7 species of macaroidons in Chad? 7 species together? And how do you explain that in terms of ecology and biodiversity?
Oui. It's quite simple. All these species have been described by one of us that you know very well, Professor Louis de Bonis, and as I tell you before, the smallest one is lynx size, and the biggest one is tiger size. So, it's not a big surprise. I remember few years ago, few years is probably already something, because I have not exactly the idea of the time. The time is going very fast. Maybe 20 years ago, I have a student, a Chadian one, working with proboscidean, and in one site, he described more than 6 proboscidean species. And it was, at this time, I just go back from Okavango Delta. I tell you that because I know that you have been there. And every people we go in Okavango Delta knows that there is too much elephant, because this elephant in Okavango Delta are a big problem, too much, and the forest has a lot of trouble. But I think that now, when you are looking at landscape, you are always looking at anthropic landscape. And the landscape in Upper Miocene was very different, probably. Probably very different that we call now. And now, to this young colleague, I say, okay, I've changed my mind. It's possible to have 6 or 7 proboscidean at the same level. So, we have that with Machaerodont. Why not? But it's a matter, and I think that it's very important, because a lot of people are forgetting that. All that we are looking all over our planet, the landscape are all anthropic. You have at each time to remember that we are almost 8 billion. And it's completely different, completely. But you are welcome if you don't agree.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we need to move on.